Good morning, MECC. Today, I wanted to take a minute to give you a quick personalized learning update as I've heard that some of you would like to know a little bit more about where we're heading. So, you might be wondering what the expectation is for you. Well, it really depends on who you are and which of these three circles you fall into. So for most staff members, the only expectation in terms of personalized learning for this school year is that you are curious and open to the idea of personalized learning. And when I say that, that's simply all I mean. You might ask some questions, you might read something, but it's really up to you. There's no expectation for you to do anything different than you've been doing in your classroom. Continue to do the wonderful things that you've been doing for your students and families all along because we know that there are wonderful things happening. Later this school year, in February and in April, we will have some PD dates that are dedicated to personalized learning. And our goal for that time is to give you a better understanding of exactly what our definition for personalizing learning is in Mason City schools and to start to learn about the 5 principles of personalized learning as we've defined them here in Mason. So there's no expectation beyond that. Now, you may see others who are trying some things, and there are some expectations of some other members of your staff. In this circle, we have members of the PL Focus Team, the PL Academy, and teacher leaders. These groups of people are being given one additional learning opportunity each quarter to deepen their understanding of personalized learning. And our expectation for them is to simply do just that, learn a little bit more. Here, you're curious. If you're here, there is an expectation that you're going to do some learning to start to grow a deeper understanding. And then finally, our third group of people are our PL cohort and our learning experience designers. This group of people applied and committed to doing some deep actual implementation of personalized learning. So they're here in this committed implementation phase. They have agreed to test things out, reflect and refine, and to share what they're learning. And so you might see their learning showing up on this hashtag Mason PL journey or at masonlearns.com. And that is because we actually are asking them to share their journey, things that are working and things that aren't. That is how we will grow our understanding as a learning experience team that will then later help us to explain exactly what we mean by personalized learning when we talk about it here in Mason. So if you're curious and you want to look at those things, that might help you to start to understand where we're going. But just know that we are still in a very much of a learning phase. We are deep in the learning pit and we are trying strategies to better understand personalized learning. And as we're doing that, we're growing that thought together. So what does this look like moving forward? So this school year, we have 77 members in cohort 1. We know that next year we plan to do another cohort. So if we continue with the same model that we have now, that would be about 150 people who have done some deep learning and implementation of personalized learning. And in 4 years, that would be about half of our staff, 300 people. So we know that perhaps this may shift and alter as time goes on and we learn more about personalized learning and we continue to have district-wide PD. So this model may change a little bit, but this is really our goal that when you're in the cohort, there's some deep implementation that you've committed to. And if you are not in the cohort, you have this time, 3 to 5, maybe even 8 years before we really truly have arrived at the space where we can say, yes, everyone in Mason City Schools has a deep understanding of personalized learning. Our community members know about it. And we will be learning together all along the way. We might have book studies. We will probably have team trails dedicated to it. There'll be conference opportunities. So there's going to be lots of time to learn about it. And for right now, as I said before, continue to be curious, but there should be no stress around personalized learning because we know that this is going to take us time. And really that this first cohort is very experimental. They're trying things, they're helping us to understand it. We know that probably 3 years from now, we'll look back and have a different perspective than we have today. And so just know that this is at the very beginning. And yes, this is one of our big rocks, but it is a rock that we are taking our time on because we want to do it well. So hopefully that answers all of your questions. But of course, if not, feel free to give me a call, send me a text, send me an email, and I am happy to talk with you further about it. Hope you have a great day.